In the ever-evolving Chinese EV market, screen seems to have become the focus for every car maker. Many OEMs are competing on size, quantity, and even length of the display. The result? Well, cabins are now looking more like a surveillance room. But what we are going to see in this video brings a new perspective to the whole idea. It has a screen where you least expect it to be. Honestly, we've seen cars with screens on the outside before, like this, and this. But none of those screens can affect a car's face like the one on the Zeekr 007. Initially, I thought it's a bit of shame that we can't get into the car, but after seeing it in person, I feel like the exterior alone is enough to steal the show. So let's find out if it can really be the electric car of the future we've all been dreaming of. I'm Harris, you're watching my AV. Even though I have seen a bunch of videos of it, seeing this in real life is still mind-blowing, because the front end is just unbelievable. Let me get this out of the way first. This is not matrix headlight, not even normal headlight. It's just a huge screen made up of 1711 monochrome LED, kinda like a pixel display. But the animations are smooth and the brightness control is precise, so it looks super futuristic. I do have to say, it really gives off this vibe of what people imagine cars will be like in the future about 10 years ago. Apart from these animations we all have seen, it can also show custom ones. And that is the ultimate goal of this screen, to let the owner be a part of the design process. It's more like a canvas. You can write whatever you want and even make the car look how you want it to be. I think that is more interesting than just displaying info for pedestrians and nearby cars. And of course, this car also provides those kind of information as well. Look at this bit. The screen also extends beyond the wheel arch. I thought these were just decorations or locations for LiDARs, but actually it's a pair of screens for showing ADAS info. But if you're a minimalist, thinking these are just too complicated, well, here's one for you. This is a basic version, and you can see that even without the front and side displays, it still looks awesome. The rear headlight is now more prominent, and because it's much lower than normal cars, the front end looks very sharp. But unfortunately, if you don't want this screen, you also lose the LiDAR. So the version without the screen won't have the ADAS that developed by Zeekr itself. This is where you have to weigh your options. Now let's take our eyes off the face. We can see the design is still full of interesting details. The body is sleek and curvy. Even the door handles and belt line seal are all invisible, just like the Zeekr X. The panel under the tail light is also unique, which looks just like a lake with 1,000 ripples. And the large rear windshield, incorporating a panoramic sunroof above the rear seats, is a surprising touch that improves the visibility and maximizes the headroom for passengers in the back. If you are concerned about whether you will get sunburn, well, I can't see anything solid. But according to Zeekr, this double-layered glass with nano-silver heat-insulating film and gradient film can protect you from the heat and UV waves. Let's hope it will work. Speaking of the rear seats, let's have a small peek of the interior. In terms of design, the overall style is quite similar to the Zeekr X, especially the steering wheel and center display, but there are several differences. For example, this screen can't move from side to side. Instead, it rotates. The infotainment chip is the latest Snapdragon 8295 instead of the mainstream 8155. And the shape of the dash display is not square anymore. It's now a half circle, which is similar to that of the Zeekr 001FR. Obviously, this can prevent the steering wheel from getting in the way. And that's it. As for space, materials, details, we'll have to wait till the test drive. Then I'll tell you guys all about it. After 007's official debut, the public's opinions in China were of two extremes. Some feel Zeekr is innovating the car design, while others think they should stick to their family design. But I reckon, regardless of whether it's aesthetically pleasing or not, such designs are a breath of fresh air when most EVs are looking pretty much the same. We need innovation, uniqueness, and even designs that challenge traditional norms to break free from stereotypical mainstream designs. Interestingly, Zeekr's chief designer Stefan Zielev had previously worked for Bentley, which is one of the most conventional car manufacturers in the world.